Sanbonani.
Hi guys.
Hey, welcome back.
Welcome back. I'm Shalom.
And I'm Lise, and we are the Madijanis, and welcome to our debt-free journey. Welcome to everybody who's tuning in for the very first time. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for sharing your stories. You guys are keeping us very encouraged and very motivated. So as you have seen, today's topic is very interesting.
Very controversial as well.
Yes, quite. Well, simply because of our views.
Yes.
That's what makes it so controversial.
Yes,
But we've actually gotten quite a number of requests to do this, and we're actually so excited to do it because it's something that we also wanted to talk about. Simply because we know a lot of people get into quite a huge chunk of debt when it comes to weddings, you know. So, where do we start? So this is the kind of wedding I wanted. Because, you know, guys don't really care. He didn't. Maybe some guys do, but he was just like, let's just get married.
Yeah, I was just waiting for the next day.
For what?
For the next day. For the rest of my life.
Of course. So we got married 2018 January, the 27th. Yes, the 27th. And the kind of wedding I wanted us to have was a very intimate blessing. That's actually what I wanted. I didn't want a big fat party. I really didn't want that. And there's nothing wrong with wanting a big fat party. That was just my preference. I didn't that's not what I wanted. Yeah, I wanted us to have something small, something really amazing. I wanted to have incredible worship. And just, I mean, we love music. We're in the worship team, so I really wanted us just to be just saturated in the presence of God and just enjoy, just enjoy His presence and receive blessings as we start a new journey into our lives. So for me, the pretty things and the fancy things and the blingy things were really not something that I had. And that I've been like that my whole life. I've never really envisioned like a beautiful princess gown and all of those things. So when we spoke about it, we were like, let's get married quick, fast, let's do this, until we consulted with our families. We shouldn't have let them in on this thing, as we should have just eloped and just come back and said, we're married. So what kind of wedding did we have?
So we ended up doing we didn't get what you wanted.
No. We did not.
So we ended up doing the whole lobola situation.
Yeah.
We did the membeso.
Yeah.
We did the wedding. And then we did the next day, the party, the welcome. You're welcome,
the
actually.
Welcome, the Sutu.
Yes. Yeah.
So we did the Zulu and the Sutu bit.
Yeah.
And then the spiritual bit.
Yes.
So there were lots of bits
that came together to make it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which was fantastic. So initially, like we said, we wanted something else, and of course, once we started involving the parents and the families with what we wanted, they were just like, well, I think your family was a bit more. They were like, cool. I think
my family,
yeah. Let's say some people in the family were quite happy. They were just happy that you're getting married. Maybe they thought you weren't gonna get married, so they were like, take her now.
I never.
So parts of his family were just like, yay, get married. My family was like, blessing. What's that? You must have. They were like, you must still have lobola negotiations. They were like, this is no longer your thing. Now that you've brought it here, it's now our thing as the elders within the family. So they wanted lobola negotiations. They wanted umembeso, which is basically his family coming to my family with gifts. And then they wanted umkehlo, which is basically like my family saying that I'm a woman and I'm ready to get married, but then he pays for it. Yeah. And then they wanted the white wedding. Then we must still do umabo, which is the next day after, and that's us now bringing gifts to his family. And I was like, oh, okay. Who's paying? Are you guys paying? I didn't ask them that, but I knew that money wasn't coming out of their pockets. It was going to come out of our pocket. And I had a big issue with that. In fact, we had a big issue with that because like we've said before, we didn't want to get into any more debt.
Yeah.
We already
knew in a deep pool.
Yeah,
we were
swimming in a pool of debt already. So we were like, no, we are not doing that. So by the time that we had these conversations with the family, we had already come up with a budget for the wedding. And for the people who've asked about how to go about having a wedding on a budget, we can't actually tell you like the exact amount. I mean, it's your wedding, and of course your pocket. So it's difficult to say don't spend any more than 20,000. I mean, you can't say that. You know. But I think what is important is how much money do you have? How much money can you save? And
how much are you willing to part with?
Yes. Yeah. Without getting financed by anyone, without getting money from a loan shark or a credit card extension or anything like that, without doing any of that. So we had already come up with a budget, and we were like, we're not going any higher than this. Under no circumstances are we exceeding this amount.
And it was then difficult.
That's when the difficulties came.
Because I mean, obviously you are interacting with family. They want XYZ, you want XYZ, and nobody's willing to budge. And at the end of the day, it's really about you guys, the two of you guys getting together. Yes, there are families that are coming together, and you wanna honor your family. You
100%.
know, you don't just want to throw things in jail and throw a tantrum. You want to honor your
because
family.
I mean, you can't live like
as an island.
We're hard. He comes from a family, I come from a family, and we'd like for our families to get along, and my family to like him, and vice versa. Which they do. Our family is a circle.
But it's also really important to stick to your guns with certain things. Because at the end of the day, tomorrow after the wedding, it's the two of you guys who have to face the situation. The family is not going to be there to bail you out. If you're lucky, they will. If you're lucky. But we knew that wasn't an option for us. We knew that. If things hit the fan, they have hit the fan. There's no one who's gonna say, "Oh, shame, let me buy you guys a couch. Oh, shame, let me buy you electricity." We knew that it's on us. And so that's what informed our wedding journey. We also had really amazing people speaking into our relationship from church and outside, just people that we really look up to who've been married for a number of years. So they advised us, and we thought we knew that we had to stick together and not let outside views and opinions and finances come in between us. As a result, we never fought during that whole process, but it was we were like this, like back to back, fighting, me fighting my family, him fighting his family, just to make sure that there's no like collision between us. And so in fact, when we reached the budget, because now of course once we had handed it over we didn't hand it over, once we had involved the families and they took over, the numbers were just increasing, like and it just kept, it kept going higher and higher. And they wanted so many things, wow. And someone has to fund.
Someone must fund this thing. And so it actually got to a point where we reached the limit of our budget, and we were like, no more. But there were things outstanding, according to them. And we actually sacrificed my ring. So that was quite fun. So by sacrifice my ring, what do we mean?
So we ended up getting married with your engagement ring instead of getting you a new ring. And I mean, it was still in good shape.
Oh, it was beautiful. I loved it. So I actually didn't really care, to be honest.
So we literally only got a new ring, or the wedding ring, a year after, for an anniversary.
Yes.
So
so I did eventually get my ring, which, I mean, like I said, it wasn't a big deal for us at the time. I think it hurt you more than it hurt me. I was just like, asishade kuzoba mnandi.
So I honestly didn't mind. But those are just some of the sacrifices that we made, because we were just like, no way are we getting into
yeah. And the reason for those sacrifices as well is, like we said earlier, that because you want to honor your family, you still want to keep family members. You don't want this process to now create an island between you guys and your family. So it's a give and take kind of situation. So we had to give some stuff, and on some things we had to stand our ground. And like, this is not happening. Not our money.
Because in fact we were supposed to have 3 ceremonies on the Saturday. Remember, it was supposed to be umkehlo, umembeso, and the blessing. And the umkehlo on its own was gonna cost a bit more. And I was just like, no. I was just like, no, we are not having that. I mean, there were a lot of tears and a lot of fun stuff. And of course, you know that your family means well, so there's no need to like hate anyone. It's just that people get excited, and sometimes when we get excited, we're not as rational. And I think it's the same thing even with brides who become bridezillas. Is that sometimes you're so excited because this thing is amazing. You're excited to get married, but then you sort of, you just jump over to the irrational side of things, and then you forget that there's a tomorrow. And the tomorrow is real. The tomorrow is real. Like, we would have seen such flames once we came back home and moved in, and we would have seen flames because our house was empty, you know. So we knew we still had to buy things, and if we had gotten into more debt, we would have seen such hectic flames, you know. So so it's really about setting a solid budget. And I mean, if you're lucky, then your family members will assist you. If you're lucky, and if they can't assist you, that's fine. Then
draw the line.
Draw the line, and now we don't have this big fancy dream, you know, and like, I'll get into debt and spend 200,000. I mean, really, it's one day. We're gonna come to your house or to wherever your venue is. We're gonna eat your food. We're gonna take nice pictures and have beautiful photos with your decor, and then we're out. You know, the next day it's you and your person, and then you are broke. And being broke is not nice. You know, it will just kill the vibe. So so I think that was really important. And I think for people who are also like, I'm Christian, I don't want to have all of those things. Some people asked us, like, because we're Christian as well, so like, why are you guys having these things? There was nothing ancestral about the things that we did, you know. It was cultural, so there was nothing like with impepo and, you know, nothing like, I don't know how to explain it, but you know what I mean when I do this. Like,
Got the shakes.
There was nothing spooky about it, nothing like with blood and inyongo. It was just a celebration. So basically our families just wanted to celebrate in a Zulu way and the Sotho way. And then of course, obviously with the umembe, so we got a pastor, well, not a pastor because it was within the Lutheran church, so it was our bishop who officiated and blessed our rings and blessed us and prayed over us, and there was a whole thing. So we actually tried to combine everything, and just, people must eat once. We are not doing this over 3 days. You want to come and eat and come again and eat and come again and eat. So we really tried to like just mesh everything into one, because the most important thing is this, you know.
And the pocket.
And the pocket. It's very important. So I hope this has been helpful for people who are single and want to get married, or people who are engaged and all of that. Really just have that conversation with each other, because at the end of the day, it's about the two of you. And if you let your family, because I know it's the girls' families, those are the ones who end up going crazy. So if you don't put your foot down with your family, girl, then remember, if he gets broke, that is your future. Your future's gonna be broke. Yeah. If he's broke, you're broke. So think about that. Exactly. So that's basically it. And remember, this is not financial advice. Yes. We're just sharing our story. So please do share your story. If you're already married, please tell us how it went. If you did get into debt. If not, that's fantastic. If Yeah, and if you are getting married, tell us when you're getting married. You can also invite us.
Nice stories, yeah, of course.
Yeah. We like weddings.
And I like eating. So
So we'll come through and eat. So thank you so much for tuning in once again. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, share, notification bell, switch it on for our next episodes, and you can find us on Instagram as well.
Yes.
All right.
Thank you.
Thanks so much, guys. Bye.